Hello, and welcome to Pub and Fig. This video is the fourth of the 5 movies I'm reviewing for this AFI's 5% series. If that makes no sense to you, a link to the series introduction is in the description below. The movie I will be reviewing in this video, as you should probably know as you selected the video with a very clear thumbnail and title, is about the Shawshank Redemption. This film was directed by Frank Darabont and was released September 1st, 1994. It was actually based on a 1982 novella written by Stephen King. On AFI's Top 100 list, again, the introductory video is down below, this film holds the 72nd position, which is actually not the lowest in the series. Here, I will summarize the movie, explain what makes it great, and its audience reception, and why it should or should not be on AFI's Top 100 list. Of course, there will be spoilers ahead, so yeah. That should be the course of this video, so with that, I hope you enjoy. Before I summarize the story, let me establish the perspective here. The perspective is not through the eyes of the police, for Shawshank is a prison, but the story is seen through the eyes of the prisoners there. Another element that makes this interesting is how the story revolves around the character of an innocent man that is actually wrongly convicted of murder. Okay, so now let me try and summarize this movie. The story begins with Andy Dufresne, I hope I'm saying that right, and he is being accused for the murder of his wife and her lover. Falsely arrested, and he is sent to the Shawshank prison. There, he meets the man referred to by the name of Red, and he has been there for many years. At Shawshank, we learn that the police are very corrupt, especially Warden Norton. Later on, Andy helps Norton launder his money and has been receiving illegally, but puts it under the name of a person who doesn't exist, as explained by this scene.
I know you're good, Andy, but all that paper leaves a trail. Now, anybody gets curious, it's going to lead to somebody.
Sure it is, but not to me, and certainly not to the warden.
All right, who?
Randall Stevens. He's a phantom, an apparition. He doesn't exist, except on paper.
So the police is corrupt through money. Okay, why else? This was something addressed in the Godfather movies, so what makes this one any different? Well, these police officers are monsters and are willing to kill, but that is only because there are no consequences. At the end of the movie, we discover that Andy has been digging a hole in the wall of his cell for many years. So on one stormy night, Andy crawled through and escaped, setting himself free from the Shawshank prison. So what does he do next? Well, remember that I said that Andy had helped the warden by establishing a fictitious person, Randall Stevens? Well, he took that name, applied it to himself in order to hide his real identity, and reported Norton and the Shawshank police of the loads of money laundering and the illegal activity that was happening there. Norton killed himself before he could get arrested, but who on earth cares? Before Andy had left, however, he had told Red that if he had ever gotten out somehow, he would be somewhere on a beach on Mexico. So Red got out legally, and we see Red join Andy once more. Now, there are other events throughout the story, such as a newer prisoner that could have proved that Andy's innocence, but that's not too important as that guy's killed off later. Okay, so what makes this film special? What I like about it is how it flips everything on its head. Instead of a good and just government, it is wicked, greedy, and selfish. Andy was an innocent man until he worked for the warden, which can be illustrated in this line.
You know, the funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
So, one of the greatest things this story flipped was freedom. Red didn't even care about getting his freedom, but that was only because he thought he would never actually get out, until he actually was. When one of their prison buddies was set free, an old man by the name of Brooks, he hated it, but that was because he was too used to the prison lifestyle, and because he couldn't take it anymore, and with the fact that he was basically being discriminated by the other people through prison life and whatnot, he decided to end it. So, how was this film received at its release? This film, like many on this list, did not make it that well on the box office. According to CinemaBlend.com, Frank Darabont thought it did not attract many moviegoers because of the fact that it was a prison story that could have appeared as a very meh kind of movie. When I first even heard about this film, I thought it wasn't going to be that interesting. It was because of this unattractive appearance that this film had made only like about half of its costs. Well, actually over that. But today, however, it is widely accepted as a masterpiece of great storytelling. Does this film deserve to be on AFI's Top 100 list? I believe so because it has great storytelling, it has subverting expectation, and it was based on a book, which is not always the easiest thing to put on the big screen. And what's great is that not only does it take you into a different time period and setting, it also makes you believe that something like this could have happened in real life, and it helps you, and because of that really helps you emphasize with these characters and with the story. That is something that great movies should have, and it is a shame that AFI got 72nd place on AFI. Alright guys, that is all I have for the Shawshank Redemption. This video is one of 5 movies reviewed on the AFI's 5% series, so I would recommend checking those other videos out as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that is all. So with that, sayonara.